2021, the government of Guyana launched an ambitious initiative, the Guyana Online Academy of Learning, or GOAL, designed to provide 20,000 Guyanese with life-changing scholarships for online tertiary education through partnerships with top international universities. The program quickly exceeded expectation, awarding 30,000 scholarships with another 11,000 applications in the pipeline for 2025. However, what began as a beacon of opportunity has recently been overshadowed by controversy. The University of Staffordshire has distanced itself from the International Skill Development Corporation ISDC and the GOAL program, claiming there was never any formal agreement between them. As a result, GOAL has severed ties with the university, leaving 1,400 students caught in the middle, their future uncertain. Today on Sources, we'll take a closer look at GOAL as we sit down with the director, Professor Jacob Opadeyi. Hi, good evening and welcome to Sources. I'm your host, Svetlana Marshall. Today we'll be speaking about GOAL, and with me is the director, Professor Jacob Opadeyi.
It's a pleasure.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Professor, you served as the Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana between 2013 and 2016. What was your experience at the university and what brought you back to Guyana?
It was a wonderful experience that I will never give up. An experience to manage a national university that when I got there, they were in deficit and we could not pay the bills. And in the 3 years, I was able to bring the university from red to black. The government injected $800 million just to pay outstanding debts, money that I could have used to build the university, but we cleared the debts and we're in black by the time I left.
Mm-hmm. And what is it that brought you back to Guyana? You came back in 2020.
I came back in 2022 because...
In 2022?
2020. I came back in 2020 because throughout my life, I've always been attached to education. I've never worked in any company other than educational field. So when the opportunity was presented to me to come down and implement the 20,000 online scholarship, I could not pass it off. And I came because of that.
So you were instrumental in creating this online program.
The government said they have a manifesto promise, and the one line on the promise is 20,000 online scholarship. Professor, go ahead and implement it.
And how did you do that?
Well, it took 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, of reflection, looking at how do you do this. And we develop regulations, we develop rubrics, we start contacting universities that are offering online programs, and some of them gladly accepted to partner with us. And we insisted that we wanted 100% online, not blended and not Zoom classes. And we got all those partners in place. We signed the MOU with them. We negotiated the prices. And by 2021, we were ready to have our first cohort of students.
How, you said you contacted universities. How were those universities identified? I mean...
Well, in these days of Google, the first one I contacted is National Open University in Nigeria. And they told me that they don't collaborate with anybody. Because in the Open University in UK and in Nigeria, the tuition is free, you only pay when you want to write exam. So we left that aside. I contacted China Open University, UK Open University, and I randomly just find who will respond to our needs. And those who respond to our need, we have further discussion with them.
And what were some of the universities that are part of the initial stages of Gold, and what were the programs being offered?
One of our early taker is University of the West Indies. We still have a partnership with them. They are open campus, which I'm very familiar with. They offer certificate programs, and we offer through them postgraduate diploma in education area. Early takers are also University of Southern Caribbean, in the Indira Gandhi Open University in India. In fact, that's our also very early takers, because they are open university, their mission and processes is aligned with what we are trying to do.
And what about Jane? When they
Jane came in almost at the same time as well. Yeah.
So in total, how many universities and institutions were on board when Gold was prepared to start in 2021?
I would say about 8.
8 universities.
Yeah, about 8.
And these universities were all accredited institutions,
No,
well recognized?
Yeah, the first thing we do in even talking to any university is to find out the accreditation, and we don't ask them. Any university that is accredited will be proud enough to put the accreditation on their website. So once we know that they are accredited, then we start the discussion with them. Right now we have almost 20 partners, and they are all accredited. And we have the accreditation certificate.
You have those certificates to show.
Yeah.
And so you offer programs in vocational courses, diplomas, degrees,
Yes.
masters, and doctorate.
Yes.
All those programs. Now tell me about the role of the International Skills Development Corporation, where that institution came in.
That institution has served us very well. They came in to bring the Scottish qualification system that allows anybody 20 years or older, whether they have only 1 CXC or 0 CXC, to do a 6-month program. Once they do a 6-month program, which lead to Scottish Certificate Qualification Framework Level 6, it makes them eligible to start their university. And we're proud that over the years, 4,000 Guyanese who never hope of going to university were enrolled in that program, were successful in that program, and some will soon be finishing their degree this year.
Now this entity,
Yes.
it has about 200 plus companies registered onto it. Is that so? And is that a concern for you?
It's not a concern in the sense that when we started with them for a particular purpose. And they have what is called ISDC academics that deliver the training. And we were comfortable with a letter from the Scottish Qualification Authority that they are accredited with them. Because they are giving us the alternative of the GCE level or the CXC. And that alternative make it easier for our students. For example, they teach maths using Excel. Maths using Excel is a natural thing because the maths of the equation that we have to memorize before is not available in the workplace anymore. You must be able to use Excel to solve any mathematical question. And we found that it's easier for the student to learn that and do their maths. So they offer, I think, about 4 or 6 subjects that once you pass those subjects, you get the SQL level 6. Several universities accept that SQL level 6 as entry requirement into the university. Let me go back to tell you why we went that route. Most universities are asking for A levels to start your degree. And you know the number of people that do A level in Guyana is very small. most people are asking for 5 CXC. And similarly, Maths and English, the number is very small. So in our outreach, we have seen mature people with family, even their children going to university, and they lamenting that they want to go to university, but they are not qualified based on the British system that we have. Then we are introduced to the Scottish system that gives you the qualification, and we found universities in Guyana, outside Guyana, who will take that qualification to start your degree. So our intention is, how do we capture that market of people who have lost hope? They are okay, they can read, they can write, but something happened when they were 17, 18, they were not able to finish their degree, but they wish to do so.
And so you were not at all concerned that some of these companies under this institution, let me say it's an institution or an entity, were dormant.
What?
Dormant, not operational, had stock file.
Because we have nothing to do with those organizations. We have an agreement with SQF Global and SQF Academics deliver the subjects.
Okay, so I understand the need for you to bring some of the students up to par, you know, to be able to have that degree to enter into university. But there are degrees and bachelor's programs and master's programs that are facilitated through this very organization. Why so? And how much money was paid to this institution?
Let's take that question one at a time. When we started with ISDC, we started with the SQF level 6 only.
And this was in 2021?
2022.
Okay.
And they did very well. And those students who finish, in fact, another set will be finishing in the next 2 months for the SCQF.
Yeah.
And the SQA, which is the agency that gives them the accreditation, actually gave an award to Gold because we are promoting Scottish qualification framework in this part of the world. There are a lot of qualification frameworks. CXC is a qualification framework for the Caribbean, and we have the GC. Ireland has their own, but there is a benchmark to match. If you get this in Caribbean, this is what is equal to in another. So we know, we did a due diligence to know that that qualification is acceptable, and we have universities who have accepted them. After we settled them with the SQF, they came to us and said they want to offer degree programs. And I said, you are not a university. How can you offer a degree program? And they said they would do it in collaboration with another university. I said, okay, once our people are going to get a degree from that university, then I'm clear. And that university is well accredited, well known. So in November 30th, I attended a meeting with that university, ISDC, and myself to talk about that collaboration.
Before we get to that, I want to find out, okay, they approach you, but wasn't it better, wouldn't it have been economically viable for Gold to match or to partner with the universities directly and not go through a third?
Yes and no. We have 3 UK universities that went through a third party even before ISDC, and they are serving us well today. It's called the UNICAF.
UNICAF.
Yeah, and we have UNICAF in partnership with University of East London, UNICAF in partnership with Liverpool John Moore University, and UNICAF in partnership with University of Suffolk. What has become trendy today is for a third party to find volume market and approach the university that we can give you 500 students, 200 students, instead of you getting one student at a time. So the third party will guarantee that, and then we get a volume discount. I will tell you, in some university, we get a volume discount of 90%.
You get tuition discount of 90% going through a third party.
That particular one was not a third party, but we were introduced to it, and we signed contract with that university with the condition that we give them a minimum of 200 students every year. And we have been giving them more than that.
And then again, I would ask, so if you're successful in partnering with these universities directly,
yes,
being able to secure a discounted tuition fee of almost 90%, why not continue along that path?
Yeah, because
as against paying a middleman, as we would say.
No two universities give the same discount. I will tell you, University of Southern Caribbean gave us 46% discount, and their fees is high. UE, we started with UE with 35% discount, and after a time they removed this discount and so we have to pay full fees, and Guyana is not part of UE contributing territory, and our tuition fee will now be $12,000 US, when before we were paying 2,000 US. So in order to increase accessibility to give more students, I'll give you an example. The Grande University, they thought Gold is a third party acting on behalf of government. They gave us 50% discount. We took the 50% to increase the number of students, because Gold doesn't receive revenue. They say, okay, you pay us so much, but charge the student more than that. We don't. We take your discount and we increase the enrollment. Okay. So we could not have, most of our citizens were yearning for UK qualifications for some strange and known reason. When we saw the opportunity to increase, you see, the 3 universities that we have through UNICAF, which is a third party, the entry requirement was limiting for Guyanese. When you look at our record, those universities, we have more people doing postgraduate than undergraduate. And it's because they have their first degree mostly from UG, and they can enter into that market of master's degree. But then they will not take our undergraduate students if they do not have 5 CXC Maths and English. So when we discovered the path route of SCQF, and we've found a university who will take the SCQF as entry requirement for a UK degree, that is what led us to that.
Yeah. But you continue to use it, although you had established partnerships with UNICAF, for example, as a third party to access master's program and bachelor's program. And what's the cost implication for that? It must come at a price.
What do you mean, cost implication?
How much you're paying them?
We found that the tuition is cheaper than UNICAF because of the volume. Not only that, the range of programs that they offer was much, much longer. So we have breadth, and you see what universities are doing now is coming up with what they call new age programs. So instead of you doing MBA full stop, you are doing MBA with AI for marketing, MBA with AI for this. So the change in the nomenclature and the concentration make it very exciting. I remember when I was at the University of the West Indies, and we give our students bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. in civil engineering. And the industry is looking for bachelor's degree in road construction. And if you have that, the job market can relate to you instead of saying civil engineering. Yeah. So what we found is that there's new nomenclature that is more attractive to the market and that can bring in more person. The other thing that we make us to be attracted by the proposal from ISDC and University of Staffordshire is the requirement that if you don't have a bachelor's degree and you have served as a senior position for 10 years, you can come and start your master's. And many Guyanese were drawn to that. Because the truth is that when you go to a workplace today, you have directors who do not have bachelor's degree, but they have rose to that position as director. And to give them the opportunity to come and study, you can't tell them to go and do 4 years and 2 years. They won't have time for that. So when we saw that, we say, okay, this will give many of our middle manager opportunity to be qualified. So that was a good intention in our mind.
And again, I'll ask, how much Cole is paying the ISDC annually, and for how many scholarships? And is it from that amount do they pay the universities?
Okay, let me answer this question this way. We don't get into how much they paid to the university.
You're not concerned with us?
We have an agreement with them. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with UNICAF. We have another third party in Spain. We sign an agreement with them. We pay the fees and they pay the university, whatever it was agreed. We have several other third parties that are working very well. Now, for Jane University, for ISDC,
yeah.
I don't have the figure here.
You can give me an estimate?
And I can give you an estimate. I can't give you an estimate of the total. I can tell you that their tuition fee was less than 2,000 US. Much less than. If you have gone to the university directly, it's 13,000 US.
But you've managed to secure it at 2,000
yes,
US?
Less than 2,000 US.
Less than 2,000?
Yes.
And so you can't recall how much money was paid to ISDC for, say, the 2021-2022 academic year or 2022-2023 academic year? How does it work?
Let's separate it.
Annually?
Let's separate it this way. Mm-hmm. ISDC has two agreements with us. One is for the SCQF.
Yeah.
The SQF is less than 600 US.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's trying to get them up to entry level.
The agreement as a third party to Staffordshire is for bachelor's degree and master's.
Yes.
And this is the first time we're engaged with them. Nobody has graduated, nobody has finished anything. So this is the first year. Mm-hmm. And as I said, the tuition fee is less than 2,000 US.
So the University of Staffordshire, this is the only university that you've gone through the ISDC for?
Yes.
This is the only. You haven't done this for Liverpool?
No. Liverpool is with UNICAF.
Okay, so we'll get to the University of Staffordshire. Now, earlier in your remarks, you said when you were developing this online academy,
right,
you said you wanted to be fully online.
Yeah.
But no Zoom classes.
Yeah.
Why was that important to you?
The hallmark of an online program is a self-study material. Self-study material, because you have to read for your degree, not go and listen to somebody for your degree.
But can't online be categorized as that? I'm having virtual classes, I have human interaction.
No. If you look at the definition of it, the hallmark of it to know that this is a good online material, online classes, is the online material. That if I have the online material, when I interact with the human face, is to explain what I've read. So you can't be doing an online classes and don't want to read, and you want to listen to somebody. So you must read, and you must answer quizzes, and you must demonstrate that you have understood what you read. And if there is tutorial, so there are tutorial sessions where all your doubts are meant to be cleared.
And the tutorial sessions are with whom?
With the lecturer for the course, the instructor for the course.
And they have human interaction with them?
Yeah.
Because
True.
I was told,
Mm-hmm.
I was told, and I've spoken to quite a few students who said to me that, and this is from one communication background and another pursuing a master's degree in public health. Now, it was said to me that everything is preset. And so they sign in, they log in, they start their work, they do the course work, and so forth. But if a question arises, they would email that question to the tutor.
Okay.
And so there has been for 1 year straight, absolutely no engagement.
No
I don't get to pick up the phone and call. I don't get to do a Zoom or a WhatsApp call with the tutor to explain maybe an area that I'm just not getting right. I need clarification. Strange?
It's not strange. There's no two online programs that are the same.
But these students
let me explain. The International University in Germany is totally online. You get all your material, you get all your quizzes, and you get somebody you can email if you have a problem. It is for those who are self-disciplined. In fact, in that program, you will set when you want to have the exam. There's no class, there's no cohort, and anybody can start at any time. I start today, you start next week, you start. But this has worked well for people who are disciplined. And that was the intention in the days of distance education. You know, in the days of distance education, you go to your mailbox, you get all your package. You go and read, and you come and write. Other universities have weekly classes. Because some students tells me, I can't just read by myself. And they have weekly classes where somebody stand in front and present. Even on that too, you have any questions, you have to email, because it is easier to respond to student emails than to be giving verbal explanation in front of everybody. Because you have a question.
But verbal explanation and one-on-one could also work.
Yeah, it can work. It can work if the email communication is not giving you satisfaction. The person can call you on Zoom. And in the UNICAF, we have cases where the lecturer come in one-on-one with Zoom to the student.
I haven't met any of those, and I've spoken, like I said, quite a few.
Well, you have not spoken to 20,000.
No, but I've spoken to quite a few, and they said that there was absolutely no verbal communication.
Which university?
The University of Liverpool.
Yeah, the University of Liverpool. That is what I'm saying. That is their system, and the lack of verbal communication doesn't make it not an online program, because some systems are 100% online. And what some universities are doing now, they are creating AI who will answer your question.
Now, let's talk about, you said you can't remember, or you can't at this point in time give me the costs attached to the agreement with the ISDC. Is that so?
No, I've told you that it's less than 2.
No, the overall figure, how much you're paying them annually?
No. We pay them, so far we have paid them for one set.
One set, and how much you've paid them for that one set? Since it's only one set.
I can't recall.
You can't recall, or you wouldn't recall? You wouldn't
I can't
give
recall.
me that information?
I can't recall. I don't want to give information that...
Could you give me an estimated amount?
I don't want to give an estimate. People run with estimate as if it's the actual.
Now, it was through the ISDC that GOAL partnered with the University of Staffordshire. Am I correct?
If we're looking at language, you're incorrect. We have a partnership with ISDC, and ISDC had a partnership with University of Staffordshire.
Okay. Now, recently, students, I think it was from January or so, students started experiencing some challenges. Tell me about those challenges.
Well, and I must thank the students for bringing those challenges to the forefront, because once we have a partnership with somebody, with an entity, university, or third party, and we roll out the student information to them so that they can enroll the student, register the student, we don't go behind. And I'm telling you, we are dealing with 20 partners, and of all the 20 partners, nothing has gone wrong except Staffordshire, who is our new partner. So when the student brought it to our attention, we start investigating why is this so. And it was then a lot of things were revealed to us about how the partnership between ISDC and Staffordshire went south.
Went south?
Yeah.
Now, that university has said it has signed no such agreement with GOAL. It doesn't know of GOAL. It doesn't know of the ISDC, and they've signed no such agreement. Are you prepared, sir, to provide me a signed copy of the agreement signed with them?
With who?
With the ISDC and Stanfordshire.
We did not sign any agreement with Staffordshire. We signed agreement with ISDC.
And did ISDC provide you with agreement from the university between the two of them?
When you know the nature of most agreements, they will say non-disclosure. But I would like to take you through some processes that was documented by Staffordshire and brought to our attention. It starts with saying ISDC and Staffordshire University were exploiting various opportunities such as international student recruitment for ISDC program, student touring and delivering validated online provision of Staffordshire. ISDC and Staffordshire University entered into an agreement in August 2023 to promote Staffordshire University program in India and Sri Lanka. Later, ISDC produced a detailed business case to promote Staffordshire University program in Guyana as an affordable higher education option to build the local capacity. Staffordshire hosted Guyana delegation at the Staffordshire London campus on 38th of November 2023. Let me stop there. And this is a correspondence from Staffordshire. Up to that point, Staffordshire...
Give me a copy of that.
Yeah. Up to that point, Staffordshire cannot say they don't know ISDC or they don't know GOAL.
You were at the meeting. You have the evidence and you have an agreement to show.
No, there was no agreement. We were at a meeting.
You were at a meeting,
yeah.
But an agreement was subsequently signed, I assume.
No, an agreement was signed with ISDC.
Yes.
At that meeting.
At that meeting.
Yeah.
With Stanfordshire.
With
Stanfordshire.
No,
with the university.
I didn't say that. An agreement
with
was. Agreement was signed with ISDC.
With whom?
GOAL and ISDC.
So you signed an agreement with GOAL and ISDC.
Yeah.
And it was witnessed by Stanfordshire.
Yeah. So we are at a meeting, three of us. So I am saying Staffordshire cannot say they are not aware and they are acknowledged here.
So when was an agreement signed that would allow 1,400 Guyanese students, scholars, to be able to do programs through that university?
Now I'm coming to that.
Yes.
I just paused there to say up till...
This was in 2020.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah.
Up to that time, November 2023, Staffordshire cannot say they are not aware of GOAL, nor aware of ISDC. February 15, 2004, Steve Waterford, head of international partnership at Staffordshire, issued a letter to GOAL concerning the partnership. We have that letter from Staffordshire concerning the partnership. I will share with you the correspondence. Well, we got a letter, and this is the letter from Staffordshire.
Okay.
Check the headline.
Okay. I'm not seeing a date here. It says February 15,
Yeah, that's the date.
2024
Yeah.
written on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why, if they would have sent this, but up to this point, February 15, 2024, no agreement was signed? This is...
Hold on to that. Hold on. So in February 15, we got a letter from them about the commitment to the partnership.
Yes.
Because we do not intend to sign an agreement with them. So
Okay.
that's not a question. It's an agreement between ISDC and Staffordshire.
And you thought it was best to go through ISDC?
No, that is a premises of why we went there.
Yes.
Because if we do not go there, we'll be paying higher
More.
tuition. Okay. On March 2024, Staffordshire has signed off the due diligence and financial approval for the proposal made model in Guyana only for business as a progression to SEQA offering. They are the one who say that.
And you did not request a copy of that agreement?
We don't need it.
You don't need it?
Yeah,
Millions paid?
No, we don't need it in the sense that some agreements have non-disclosure. Okay. But they admitted there was. November 2024, ISDC has been introduced to the new leadership due to the internal changes within the university. So in November 2024, ISDC met with the new leadership.
But in the leadership, there was a change, I think, in management in May 2024 and not November?
No.
Wasn't it early in the year?
No, they were introduced in November.
Oh, so, but they were present in May
In May,
2024?
the records didn't say that. I never said that.
No, I am telling you that.
No, I say I don't know that.
You don't know that?
What I'm telling you is correspondence from Staffordshire.
Okay, but you didn't show me that one.
Show you what?
That's what you're reading from.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a copy.
You're going to give me a copy.
Yeah.
Because those listening to us would want to also be able to scrutinize
Yeah.
information provided.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And this, let me tell you, when you are doing a public service like this, you have no reason to lie.
I'm not saying you're right.
No, I'm just telling the general public. You can't lie on behalf of government. You have to present the truth and walk away if you don't like what he's saying.
Okay.
But as of November 2024, that's when the ISDC met with the new management team. Okay, why they didn't meet earlier, that won't be my business. In April 2024, till date, ISDC and Staffordshire has received 97 emails from students in Guyana complaining about the program. ISDC and Staffordshire issued a warning email to ISDC about the lack of accuracy and misrepresentation in their partnership. I want to emphasize that the problem is lack of accuracy and misrepresentation in their partnership.
What was misrepresented?
One of it that was brought to us is that ISDC is listed programs that are not within the agreement. But there's no lack of agreement.
So why would they then say that there was no agreement and they had known of GOAL or the ISDC?
I think that is
Why
misrepresentation.
not state, well, we are not providing programs in these specific areas,
Yes.
but we are providing in these three?
Thank you.
Why
Thank you.
discredit the agreement or
Yes.
fail to acknowledge it altogether?
Yes, that is what was puzzling to me.
That's puzzling to
To me,
me
that
too.
why will you say there's no agreement? Any agreement can go south, can be dismembered, but you can't say there's no agreement. You can't divorce somebody that you never marry. Okay, so that was what was puzzling to me, and all of this was brought to my attention only in January 2025. Neither ISDC informed me that their partnership with Staffordshire has gone south, nor Staffordshire got to me to say, sorry, we have cancelled the partnership with ISDC, only until January. I will tell you, we advertised for Gold Scholarship for 2025. We advertised in December 2024. Their relationship went south in November. If anybody just sent me an email to say the relationship went south, we will have stopped right there.
So in 2024,
yeah,
the partnership went south.
It went south.
You were clueless.
I was clueless that everything, until when the student issue start raising concerns and Staffordshire start answering questions to the press, that's when we know that something bad has gone. And we are looking at our options now on why did ISDC not inform us? Why the same University of Staffordshire who wrote us November not write us that this is no more? We will have quickly do something. We are so agile that if anything like that happen, we will find a solution to the student. Okay.
So now 1,400 students are affected.
Yes.
What are the next steps?
The next step is that we have given all the 1,400 students options to apply to other universities.
Such as?
All our gold partners, anyone they wish to. All our 19 gold partners have made offer to them. And
so they'll be starting afresh?
Some, in fact, I will tell you, since this controversy started, several universities have written to us that they will take the student and they will give them credit.
Just like that?
Yeah, because all the universities are following the news.
So they do not have to provide any material, coursework, assignments?
No. They will give them credit for the work that they have done.
Where?
At Staffordshire.
But Staffordshire has said that they haven't done anything with the students. It wasn't them.
ISDC will take care of that because the student did the work and they got marks. And
they will generate the grades.
Yeah, they will give them the grades because they wrote exam and they passed.
And the exam results were provided to ISDC?
Were provided to the student.
And they're not concerned, these universities are not concerned that this very credible institution has said they have no partnership, they did no such programs.
I will say for the record, both ISDC and Staffordshire are accredited and credible institutions. The mistake is that something went wrong with the partnership and they did not inform us. If they have informed us, we're not even going to be vexed that the relationship broke. We'll be happy to know so that we can do something about it.
And isn't this a breach of the agreement signed with the ISDC? And if so, what actions are being taken against this very credible, according to you, entity?
The government is exploring its option.
Legal options.
Yes, the government is exploring legal option and financial compensation.
But you said, and what would that financial compensation look like? What would that?
The lawyers will determine.
The lawyers will determine that. And so, as of now, all operations, all arrangements with the ISDC have been suspended?
No.
Why not?
Listen, we have two arrangements with ISDC. One is with Staffordshire and one with his ISDC directly.
Yeah.
And the students on that one are currently writing the exam. We have no reason to stop that because it's a SQA Scottish authority, and they have not found any fault with that.
But you will not pursue master's and bachelor's
Yes.
program through
Through
the
ISTC.
ISTC
Yeah.
any further.
Any further.
Now, and the students are satisfied that you're saying that they could sign up now and just merely continue.
I
their
won't
program.
use the word if the students are satisfied, but I know by last night 600 have chosen alternative programs, and some are asking they want to change. My mandate is that all those affected students, their request will be met. So some are choosing University of Southern Caribbean, some are choosing any other partners that we have, some are changing what they wanted to do because we are giving them more options.
You're giving them more options.
Yeah.
Now, recently I saw a report which says that Liverpool has also distanced itself, in a sense, from the GOAL program.
It's an incorrect presentation. We have University of Liverpool and we have John Moore Liverpool University. They are two separate universities. We have no agreement with Liverpool University. We have agreement with Liverpool John Moore University.
What would you say to the students who were affected and may not have decided to pursue or continue with GOAL? And do you think this shines a bad light on the academy and what it stands for?
I will say,
This is a big scandal.
I will say that a tree that is bearing good fruits get leaks, get stone, get pelt. But what happened next year to that mango tree? It come up with more fruits. That is goal. We have been doing very well. We have over 2,000 waiting for graduation. We just don't know whether this is dry season or rainy season, because the last one was, our graduation was affected by rain. And you see the weather now, you can't even know whether it's dry or rainy season. We have over 2,000 waiting to graduate. 2,000.
And you've graduated 30,000 prior?
Huh?
Almost 30,000 graduated before?
No.
No?
No.
29,000?
29,000 were awarded scholarship.
Okay.
Okay. So far, over 8,000 has finished the program.
Okay.
Okay. So we will not look at the bad egg and say all eggs are bad. You take out the bad egg and you continue your production. And what went wrong here, I will say it, is that ISAC failed to inform us. If they have informed us, this problem will not have been like this, because we will not have advertised and we will have moved the student. This is not the first time we have moved students. In 2021, we enrolled 215 students to do a psychology program. And within 2 weeks, the student complained that they don't like what they are offering. And within 1 month, we switched them to another university. And there was no public outcry. We have another university that is giving us headache.
What's the name of that university?
Indira Gandhi Open University. They have the best material. They have 80,000 online students, but their feedback mechanism is very poor. That many times we have to reach out to the Indian High Commissioner, the Minister of Education, our own Minister of Education, but their materials are so good. Their content is good, but feedback to say, what is my grade? You send them an email, no reply. So 2 days ago, we sent them a very stern email, and we got some reply by 4 o'clock this morning of student records. So a university can be good in content, but very poor in student services. And that's what we have to navigate. That Indira Gandhi University, we stopped sending students there because of that. But this year, when we know because they have some programs that no other university has. For example, library science. In Guyana, many librarians are saying they have no qualification and they've been working in the library for 10, 20 years. They want a qualification in library science, not social science. And we negotiated with Indira Gandhi University, and they admitted the student, and they all finished their bachelor's. To move on to their master's program, we're not getting feedback for 1 month. So those are some of the challenges that we face. But people should not judge us because of one problem that occurred with one partner. We have 19 partners, several local partners in which we have no problem at all, and students have done very well. We have no problem with University of the West Indies. People are doing very well, and they're submitting grade on time. So what I want the population to know, that goal is not a university. We're a medium to get you into a university. So when you want to know, and we don't keep record of student grades, those are records that university keeps, and the university cannot share your grade to anybody else without your permission. So we make sure that anything like that, the university keeps it, but give us an update that the student is doing well, how many person has finished, and that. So that is the purpose of the goal. And goal has, over the years, succeeded in exceeding its mandate of 20,000, because we are able to find accredited programs that are at low price to increase the number of. I will tell you, for 2025 campaign, we are hoping to get 9,000 qualified candidates. We got over 9,000 qualified candidates.
Okay. Now, so you won't blame yourself for any of the mishaps that transpire, maybe better management, maybe there is a need to ensure that these, although you spoke about no disclosure, for the agreements to be submitted to goal. After all, you're the one paying them, and you must be assured that there is really an agreement in place.
You see, we grow to learn. As I said before, we have 3 others, third party, and we didn't go behind the agreement, and it's working well. Mm-hmm. This ISDC has taught us a lesson that any other third party, we have to find out the agreement that they have with other persons, because trust has been broken. Okay? And I will tell you how I am affected by this is that we may decide there is no more third party. In the course of this month and last month, we signed an agreement with Atlantic Technological University in Ireland. It's a direct agreement, and we have been invited on April 14 to come and sign the agreement, and it's an agreement that I was so proud to sign, because they are offering programs that nobody in Guyana or none of our partners are offering those programs. And our mandate is to bring these new qualifications that are not available in our market now. So I would say we grow to learn, and the initial knee-jerk reaction is that we will not do no third party again. Mm-hmm. And if we are to do, it will be a tri-party agreement.
Tri-party, so you'll be very much involved.
Yes.
Now, between 2021 and 2025, the Ministry of Public Service would have gotten around $15 billion. Yes, $15.5 billion for scholarships.
Yes.
What percentage of that money went to goal?
We started with a $1 million budget in 2021, followed by 1.5 billion in 2022, and 1.8 in 2023, and 4.4 billion in 2024, And I think this year we got 4.2 or 4 point something billion.
Now, given the issue, the controversy, there have been calls by students and the opposition, in particular the Working People's Alliance, for there to be an audit, one, of the GOAL program, but also for suspension of the program, because there's concern.
Well, I cannot say no to audit. Every organization needs to be audited.
Have you been audited since you started?
We are audited through the Auditor General's office, okay? And the auditors do come here from time to time to audit us. So whatever audit is required is not for me to say no. I have no say in that. To say you should halt the program, what do you do to those who are currently studying and writing exam? Do you say this mango tree that is providing shade for people to rest, shade for people to read, providing fruit, because something happened, you just uproot it? You don't do that. You fix the problem and you move on. So the audit is welcome. Any problem that we have will be fixed. All our students will be placed, and any credit that they have received before will be recognized by the other university.
Professor Opadeyi, closing remarks as we wrap up today's program. What would you like to say to the public?
I would like to say to the public that please trust the process. We are here to ensure that every Guyanese have access to higher education. And to make sure, and I will tell you that we do give scholarship to people who are qualified. So the role of GOAL is to check your qualification against what that university wanted. And if you do not have it, for example, if you do not have 4 CXC or 5 CXC Master in English, we put you to a GROW program that allows you to come in for 6 months, do the SQF exam, and go to the university. What is, let me tell you the value that we are offering. Before, we have been defranchised because we live in Latham, we live in some remote areas, and we have no access to higher education. In a recent meeting with the IDB on digital transformation, we told them that in Guyana today, everybody have access to the internet. It may not be in their bedroom, but there's a place that they can go and have access to the internet. And in the work we are doing recently, we realized that many people have access to devices. And when we do our outreach and there's somebody who doesn't have access and it's true, we give them tablets. Okay? I can show you our storeroom to see how many tablets we have there, computers there. And we set up, not we, the government through the Office of the Prime Minister set up over 200 ICT hubs in the interlands that people can go, use the internet, use the computer, and continue their study. So it's an opportunity that we cannot pass off in this day and age. Please trust the process and we correct our problems.
Professor Opadeyi, I must say thank you so much for having me here at the GOAL Institute, the head office here, and for being a part of today's program. And with that, we've come to the end of Sources. I've been your host, Svetlana Marshall.